Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Route 1 FM, and of course this is my FM24 retro save with the Mad Scientist database shouting for the Gunners. Now you join me in a special place. We're in the sacred halls of Highbury, where we stand next to the Herbert Chapman statue. One of Arsenal's greatest managers set his vision on this club, and we are trying to embrace that and bring our own vision to the club. To start that off was the League Cup victory in the last episode. Yes, we beat Spurs 2-0. We have brought our first trophy to the club. Yes, you see it there, a 2-0 victory. Goals from Paul Merson and Tony Adams in front of 82,000 people. Beat Spurs. So there you have it. We have one trophy in the bank already, but we're currently sitting in third, and this is why we're sitting in third. We've got a 5-0 victory against Chelsea, a 3-0 victory against Southampton, 2-0 against Ipswich, Coventry 3-0, Everton 4-0, then the Coca-Cola Cup victory there, and then a 2-1 victory against Crystal Palace. And look at that, out of that run in February, we've only conceded one goal, and that goal was scored by Chris Armstrong of Crystal Palace. Yeah, there's a blast from the past, but I can tell you now, March is going to be busy. We've got Newcastle, Palace. We've got an unknown fixture, which is the FA Cup quarter-finals, which could be dividend going forward in the semi-finals as well. We've got a game against Aston Villa and a game against Blackburn. The question is can we improve on our league position? We're currently third, several points behind Manchester United. Liverpool is still a point ahead of us, so second place is all to play for. I think we've got ourselves European glory going into next season, but the question is where do we finish? So let's get into today's action and see how good this Arsenal team is. First up against Newcastle, and Lee Dixon scores from the spot. 100% record for him. After that, it was none other than Kevin Campbell at the back post scoring a goal. Look at this move. Gramonde to Keown. Gramonde, ball over the top. Overmars, acres of space, and Carnu gets the finish. Palace next up, and yeah, that was a bit of ping pong football there, but ball works out to Overmars, and he's got 2 in 2. Overmars is becoming a revelation. Merson over to Parler. Parler, ball over the top. Overmars is open, and Bergkamp taps it in for his goal. And then Bergkamp scores a picture of a free kick. Nothing that the Dutchman can't do. And as Parler comes down the right hand side, Palace don't know what to do. Look at that for a volley by Kevin Campbell. Loving that. FA Cup action now, and it's against Leeds. And as Bergkamp breaks through, little chip. Look at that. Sublime bit of football there. Bergkamp showing his class. But Gary McAllister gets one over on David Seaman this time, getting the equaliser. Gramonde from the throw. Loses out, but gets the ball back to Parler. Parler across. Stefan Schwartz gets a deflection, and Paul Merson puts it in the net. McAllister to Chris Fairclough now, who rifles one in past Seaman. Didn't see that one coming. And as Schwartz carries the ball forward, Bergkamp into Schwartz, and then he got a second stab at it to score. But look at this, Leeds were pressing to get the equaliser, but the ball comes out to Ray Parler, and what a shot that was. That could possibly be goal of the season there. And then next up was Aston Villa. So we've been on a route recently, but Villa decided to take the lead through Dean Saunders, of all people. Dean Saunders being a prolific goal scorer, but Carnu then gets on the score sheet. And as Parler plays the ball to Merson, ball over the top, Bergkamp's acres of room again, and he scores again. He has got a golden touch. Merson from the corner then gets Kevin Campbell, and then Merson completes the scoring for the Arsenal from the spot. After that, Ray Houghton gets a goal for Villa. Blackburn next up, and this, with the current form we're on, we're thinking a win. But some of these players that Blackburn have signed is amazing, and it starts off with Chris Sutton there scoring. Arsenal then pulled one back with a volley from Keown, of all people. But then Shearer gets on the score sheet there. Merson from the spot sent Tim Flowers the wrong way. But Blackburn just seemed to come forward and forward. And as they press around, look at that, Jason Wilcox getting on the score sheet. They got players like Zanetti in this team. So Blackburn are the team to watch out for. And as Petit comes forward, Overmars gets a goal as well. That's 3 for Arsenal and 3 for Blackburn. But as Sutton turns, Sutton shoots, and it goes under Seaman to make it 4-3 to Blackburn. And then last but not least, it's a ball over the top and Seaman loses it and Sutton scores again. Such a sour note to end the month on there, but it started so well. 3-0 against Newcastle. Dixon, Campbell, Carnu getting on the score sheet. 4-0 against Palace this time. Overmars, Bergkamp getting a brace and Campbell before the FA Cup game against Leeds United, which Bergkamp, what a goal that was. Nice little chip from the 18-yard box. Then Merson, Stefan Schwartz getting on the score sheet, and a fantastic strike by the Romford Pele, Ray Parlour. Aston Villa, we saw some great players here, Saunders and Houghton getting on the score sheet for Villa, but it was Carnu, Bergkamp, Campbell and Merson securing the points here at Highbury. But we end the month with a bad defeat, a 3-5 defeat. Keown, Merson and Overmars scoring for the Arsenal, but it basically was the Chris Sutton show. And where does that put us in the league? After 35 games, we are still third. We're still a point behind Liverpool, but Man United have already qualified for the Champions League. They've run away with the title, let's be honest. Bear in mind, there's 2 extra teams in this league format, so we're playing more games this season. 4 games, I think it works out as. So we've got the fight for that second place now. The question is can we get there? There's got some big games coming ahead against some big teams, including that final day of the season against Liverpool, which is going to come down to the wire if things are going the way they're going. We've got to look at it. We've got a plan for next season as well. Yes, I have put bids in for a young Patrick Vieira, a young Thierry Henry. We've already got Nicholas Anelka coming in. We've got John Hartson here. We've got to shift some players out, and that's going to be the key to bring in these players. But it's going to be exciting times. All I can say is wait until my hands on the Arsenal legends. Guys, no matter what you call it, football, soccer, football, just remember, we all love the game. Oh, and by the way, we've made it to the FA Cup semi-finals, and yes, it's hopefully we can try and go for a cup double again.